Good evening. I am Kamau Kujichagulia, and this is On the Case with Kamau Kujichagulia, where each week we try to bring you someone or some words of interest for the Trenton, New Jersey community and for the community at large. This, of course, is our uh, last show before Christmas. So before we even get started, I want to wish everyone a very happy, very Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone. Of course, we'll be back next year before the new year, God willing. Um, have a Merry Christmas. It's a good time of the year. It is a good time of the year where friends and families get together. And I was thinking, people say that they can go to work during this time of year. They go to work on Christmas and Christmas Eve and make that extra money. And I kind of, I just ask them, well, that's good. That's good. Now, don't misunderstand me. It's very good to make that money. But we also have to be concerned about what's more important, whether it's more important at this moment in your lives. Now, no one else can decide that but you, whether it's more important to make that money or is it more important to be with family and friends? Because family and friends are are very important. Very important. Money, taking care of them, that family and friends is also very important. So, when you make that decision on whether you want to work on the holidays or you'd rather be with your family and friends, that's a decision for you to make. But it's something to take into account. But anyway, I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, a very happy Kwanzaa. Because Kwanzaa is coming up the day right after Christmas starts on the 26th, and that is our a cultural holiday for people of African descent here in America, hopefully worldwide. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Kwanzaa. What I want to talk about first is a couple things here in Trenton, New Jersey. We don't have a guest this evening, so you're going to be listening to me, seeing what I have to say for the next few minutes. Start with Trenton. Now, I've always been one of these people to talk about this mess out here on Calwater, at Calwater Park. This right now, the area up here along the street is giving seems to be giving them problems. Hi, Dane. How's Dana? Good to see you, baby. Happy Merry Christmas to you. Happy Kwanzaa. Um, but look, there's a leak coming down the sidewalk, which doesn't seem. I don't think it was there before because I've never seen a leak there like that before. But it's another challenge for them to get that sidewalk done because um, it's it's not like this anymore, but it's still a challenge for them. Okay, we'll get some new pictures up here too. So as you can see the work that still needs to be done, but it's good. Okay. Also, I was on Facebook and our mayor, um, Mayor Reed Gutierrez, was saying that this year the city of Trenton paved over 70 streets in the city of Trenton this year. That's good. They just got finished doing a part of Bellevue between Prospect, not between Prospect, between Prospect and Hermitage. Yeah, that's where it was. Between Prospect and Hermitage is where they did, which is very nice, very good, very good. These other 70 streets, now I go on around Trenton either driving or riding my bike a lot, and I didn't see 70 good streets in Trenton this year. But if he says it, I'm willing to believe that he told us the truth on that one. So that's good. That's good. I hope we get another 70 paved next year. Because a few years ago, the Democratic legislature here in New Jersey came up with this added gas tax. And that gas tax was to go towards fixing roads in our community. So, we had the money supposedly because we're paying it at the gas pump. So hopefully we'll continue to get the money so that the city can continue to fix some of these roads. But there's still a lot of roads messed up in the city of Trenton. Also, this year there was a tree lighting ceremony, which was very nice. It was very, very nice. So the city, I'm Maria Richardson. She's the recreation and park director. That's something in my eye. And she's done. The park, Calwater Park, is one that I see. Calwater Park has been different this year. It seems like they got somebody in there, the supervisor in there that made sure that the grass was at least cut this year. So the parks were looking much better this year. So we can be thankful for that, and hopefully next year they'll get even better. Okay, so that's a good thing. That's a very, very good thing. Okay, Trenton, New Jersey. Is that all I have for Trenton? The tree lighting ceremony, like I said, was very good. It was long and it was cold, so I didn't stay for the whole thing because I guess it gets cold out there. I want to give a shout out to Royal Cakes down there on East State Street, a new restaurant that has opened down on East State Street with Low Bud. That's his name. Well, that's what he goes by anyway. He's excellent, just excellent. If you get a chance to stop by, go by there. It's Royal Cakes and something. I don't know what. I forget. But it's excellent, and you need to check it out. I being the Christmas time, I want to talk about what is it? Bethlehem, Jerusalem, the high religious sites in the Middle East. I'm not a very religious person, so I don't really know about all this. But the Israelis are decimating the Palestinians over there, and they're doing it in the name of I don't know what, but it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting that they're doing it. That not only that they're bombing these people, they have not bombing. They have bombed these people out of their homes. They have destroyed their homes. They have displaced them out of their homes. They have cut off all food and water. They turned off the water. There's this argument going on that they don't want a ceasefire because of that each of the warring factions may get a hand up on the other. And they're arguing whether it's legal, whether it's moral. Let me tell you what, when you turn people's water off, when you stop any type of food, when you stop any type of fuel for heat and for cooking, that's a crime. It's criminal. I don't give a daggone anything about the politics of it, but that is immoral. Okay, you just can't do that to people, to over 2 million people. Okay, you just can't do that and rectify it or justify it by saying, well, we're at war, with Hamas, because these people, well, whether they had something to do with it or not, you just can't kill people like that. So And what is disgusting is America. Everybody keeps saying that America could stop this if they wanted to, but America continually, Joe Biden, the Democrats, the Republicans also, they say that they support Israel 100% regardless of what they do. And that's sick. There's something viciously sick and irresponsible about saying something like that. Like you know, I can't say that about my wife, about my kids, about my grandkids, that I will support them regardless of what they do. You know, if my wife started cutting the heads off of my grandkids, I'm gonna have to say, no, baby, I can't go along with you on that one. You have to stop doing that. Okay? Because I can't back you up on that. You know, there are certain things that I just can't accept. And there should be certain things that America cannot accept. But it seems as though we have that America, that the politicians, that Biden, the Democrats, the Republicans have decided that regardless of what heinous acts the Israelis decide to do against the Palestinian people, they just say, okay, we'll go along with it. Not only go along with it, which is one hell of a thing, but they actively support it by giving them more money, more munitions to do this. And I'm embarrassed to say that my country is doing this. Embarrassed isn't the word. It's just so ugly that the United States is backing up the slaughter of innocent men, women, and children. How do you just justify killing 10,000 kids? How do you justify that? To kill 10,000 kids in 2 months? You know, you can't. You can't. Furthermore, not only, you know, they say that the United States could stop this overnight if they wanted to. They don't want to. So, you know, there's still 190 other countries in the world that trade with Israel, that give them, sell them oil, that buy their products, that have embassies, that have embassarial contact with them, and they, you know, all 190 of them, or a great majority thereof, could just say, hey, look, we won't support you as long as you're killing these women, children, and men. Okay? We cannot continually trade with you. I mean, just the other day, they were talking about Kenya sending 1,500 workers from Kenya to Israel to work the farms because the Palestinians aren't there to work it. What the hell kind of shit is that? You know, you can't, you know, Kenya ought to be kicked up his ass for even thinking about sending their people to replace the workers that Israel is in the process of killing. The world doesn't have to wait on America to act. You know, the Saudi Arabias, the Russians, the Chinese, the Indonesians, the South Africans, the Nigerians, the Australians, you know, all of these countries could say to Israel, we will no longer trade with you. We will no longer accept your ambassadors. We will not have anything to do with you until you stop killing and allowing the Palestinian people to die. All right? That's what they're doing. They're just simply killing them. You know, and the rest of the world is complicit. They're complicit because they could do something about it. You know, they could do something about it. They don't have to continually trade with Israel. The who is it? The Houthis in Yemen. They've decided, hey, look, any ship coming by us going to Israel, well, we're going to fire on. Well, we're going to take it over. Right? They're doing their part. Okay, they've cut any type of relationship they have with Israel. They're doing it. And if the rest of the world, if the Saudi Arabians, if the Syrians, if the Jordanians, the, all of them did as much as the Houthis in Yemen are doing, Israel would not only have a lot of verbal pressure against it, it would have a lot of practical measures going against it. They would run out of oil. The water that they get coming through Israel is coming from north of them, outside of Israel. Cut the damn water off on them. See how much they like it. I've been told that this war is actually a war for control of water resources that Israel wants more than anything else. So hopefully, during this time of Christmas, during this time of supposed Christian love and behavior, that the Christian world will act like Christians and just refuse to support what the Israelis are doing to these Palestinian people, because I don't understand it. I honestly do not understand how nations around the world continue to support and to trade with and to talk with and to deal with Israel in any form whatsoever, while they are out there just murdering people. I mean, bombing, like I said, bombing them is one thing, but turning off the spigots to water, destroying hospitals, destroying sewer systems. So now one of the more important ways that people are going to die is they're dying from thirst, they're dying from starvation, they're dying from the diseases of drinking dirty water, they're dying from the diseases caused by bad sanitation. And how anybody can allow this to go on, I don't know. I've started myself personally. I've started to disinvest myself from companies that are supporting Israel. I started with Disney. It's not much, but every month now Disney will no longer get that $12 that I was paying them before, because they're in support of Israel. And I will continue to do this with other companies. I mean, there's a list of companies that are actively supporting the Israeli government, while the Israeli government is just being murderous, just being that they had this done to them, that the Jews had this done to them in Germany during World War II, and now they want to turn around and do it to somebody else? How could that be? How could that be? You know what it's like. You say never again, but obviously they meant never again to them. They have absolutely no qualms whatsoever about doing it to somebody else. That's another thing. They worry about black people, us. They worry about us rising up against them and getting retribution, physical, violent retribution against white people for what they've done to us. But that's not in our nature. It's not something that we want to do. So, but it's obvious that it's something that they want to do, and something not that they only want to do, but that they in fact are doing. So, so like I say, that's the cradle. That's the cradle over there of Christianity, of the Muslim Islamic religion, of Judaism. You know, right there in Israel. So, but obviously these religions don't mean a damn thing. Don't mean a damn thing. It's all hype. It's all hype. Because if this is what their religions allow, if this is what Christianity allows, if this is what Judaism allows, if this is what Islam allows, then what the heck you worrying about religion for? Just throw it in the garbage somewhere. Because you know, to me, it's not worth it. It really isn't worth it. But again, I'm not just condemning the people of those religions. We have religions all over the world. We have the Buddhists and the Shintos and religions in China and all around the world. They are not. They can break off relations. They can break off trade with Israel, but they're not either. So they're every bit as culpable as the rest of them. The entire world, the entire 190 some odd countries out there, other than like I said, Yemen. And no, I'm not even saying because just to recall your ambassador isn't enough. You need to cut off trade. You need to cut off all contact with the Israeli government until they get the message that it isn't acceptable to kill people like that. And that's not Israel and Gaza and Hamas and the Palestinians are not the only places in the world that we need to get serious about. We need to get serious about Sudan. We need to get serious about the Congo. We need to get serious about Myanmar. I mean, there are atrocities going on all over the place. And so supposedly godly, religious, loving people and countries and governments are just ignoring. I mean, when you talk about 7 million people being displaced in the Sudan, come on, because there are two little bitty armies who want to destroy, and the world just okay. Well, I don't know what the hell they're saying. I really don't know what they're saying. I know that these atrocities go on, and it just doesn't make any sense to me that we have a world that just stands by and watch people suffer so much. I look at videos and I listen to commentary about people, suffering, And let me tell you what, this damn America, we got all this money to send to these to Israel and to Ukraine for war, for munitions and planes and tanks and all this other stuff. But we don't have the money to send to like people in Kenya who are going through drought, people in Sudan or in Congo who have been displaced from their homes and are starving. We don't have the money to feed these people. Look at that. What kind of world are we living in? What kind of world are we living in that can spend billions and continually spends billions on war? And we allow it. We keep electing people, putting people in the office who just go along with this program. It's not just politicians. If this is a democracy, then it's us who allow this mess to go on. And we need to stand up. We need somebody has got to have some type of honor, of compassion. Sometime, we have to stop this ugliness, and that this white supremacist world has perpetuated for so long. We just can't continue to say that it's okay. It's okay, and not in my name. It's not okay. It's not okay at all. So I look at Bonnie Watson Coleman, that she supports the Democratic caucus, and the caucus supports Israel. And yeah, no, Bonnie, you have to break away from it. Regardless, if you lose your damn seat, you lose your damn seat. It's a matter of honor that you stand up for right. There's something to be said about being right. Okay? It's just so ugly that these things, that these hard things are going on around the world, and we are just accept it. We just accept it. We hear lies from the media all the damn time. I mean, they talk like it's just not right. It isn't right. But this is the holiday season, and we can only hope that as Christmas and Hanukkah, which is past, and Kwanzaa, and coming up on the new Ramadan, and whatever the celebrations that the Hindus go through, and the Buddhists go through, and the Shintos go through, and all these other religions, that somebody somewhere starts taking that other starts taking it serious, of what they're talking about. Because come Christmas Eve, we're going to have all these Christmas Eve church services, and we're going to be talking about how wonderful Jesus is and all that. Oh, it takes more than just that. It takes more, takes more. You got to, at some point in time, it's more than just going to church and praying, and you got to take a stand against ugliness, against injustice, meaning that you are doing harm to another person. Justice is doing harm to no one. Okay? Justice is seeing that he who needs the most help gets the most help. And that's not the way this world is working right now. It's an unjust world. And we need to change it. And you can only do it individually. You are the one who has to do it. You can't wait on somebody else. The rest of the world is waiting on America. They don't want America to be the big policeman of the world, but they're going to wait on America to be the big policeman of the world. Well, you got to change that. We've got to change that, because we can take it in our own hands, and we can change the world if we want to. Anyway, I wish you all a very good holiday season. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of your old people. Take care of your wives. Take care of your children. Take care of your grandchildren. But there's more. There's more than that. There's an entire world out there. And when you see the pain If I don't know if you travel or not, but if you do, then you've seen the abject poverty of people from around the world, and we see how we live as opposed to how they live, and that's not right. It just isn't right. We've got to change it. You have got to change it. You know. Anyway, have a wonderful New Year. Um, have a very good holiday. I love you. Happy holiday. Thank you.